Yes. Whoever did that.
I think it's Lisa.
That was like magic.
Getting all the people on the meeting minutes,
That
so.
was like magic. So,
I
all
can't do
right.
two things.
All right, it is 5:16 PM on July 21st, 2025. I'm gonna call the select board meeting to order. Are there any adjustments to the agenda? Hearing none. On to public comment. I have a public comment I'd like to make there. I want to wish Claire Lavoie a happy birthday. And
Happy birthday.
is there any other public comment? Okay. Approve bills for payment. We have the warrant for 7/21/2025. Are there any questions? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to,
Make a motion to approve the warrant for $23,026.68.
Joe makes the motion, Claire makes a second. Any other further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. We have a financial snapshot in front of us. Any questions on that? Hearing none. Thank you, Lisa, for putting that together. That's the warrant. Library. Request for carpet expenditure approval. Diane, you are up.
Our library needs new carpeting. We got 3 estimates. We chose the middle estimate for a variety of reasons. It's just over $10,000. We have the money for it. And we'd just like to make a request for us to purchase.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion there to,
I will make a motion to approve the request from the library for new carpeting. In the
Right.
amount of,
$10,000.
not to exceed 10, or not to exceed 11,000, okay.
all
Not to
right,
exceed 11,000.
not to exceed 11,000. Do I have a second?
Second.
Claire seconds, excuse me. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Water Board, approve the water storage tank construction loan agreement. We all have that in front of us there. Andy, would you like to fill us in?
Well, first of all, you might have noticed they're pretty favorable terms, 30 years at 0% interest.
Yep, that's nice.
The 1.8 million matches the amount that the voters approved for a bond. We will not be borrowing the entire 1.8 million because we don't need that much. Maybe I'll let Frank talk a little bit more about the details.
Right?
Sure. It certainly seems to be a standard loan agreement. There's nothing jumping out at me as I read it. Payments do not start until October 1st of 2027, so a year after the contemplated completion date. And we believe we'd probably be using somewhere between $800,000 and $900,000 of the 1.8 million.
Okay.
I have a question. On page 14, it says something about discounted by the amount up to $29,820. Sounds like a good deal. Is that if you borrow the whole amount or?
That's based on the entire 1.8 million.
So if you end up doing 800,000, you won't get to 29. Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, it asks for a signature from the chair of the governing body. I'll entertain a motion there to have the chair of the select board sign the agreement?
I'll make a motion to approve and have Carl sign the agreement for the 1.8 million on the bond for the water board.
Do I have a second?
Legend?
Tim seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was very favorable terms.
Just a second.
Tim.
Thank you, Tim.
If we could only do the same for the firehouse,
Yeah. That'd be great.
I referenced page 14, but it's only this page. This was only for us.
See you later, Andy. Please make note there that Mr. Parker has arrived at 5:21 PM.
Okay.
That's your late special?
I did. I let the teacher know ahead of time.
That's all right, I approved it.
Do we
I
have
don't
to
have,
sign this?
I have a
there
packet.
wasn't one in the alpha.
Well, mine,
We can share.
okay, we just went through.
But it says
Just went
majority
through
of
the-
governing body.
We just passed the motion, we passed.
We went on to. So that was. Yes,
Did I not, did I miss something? We don't have to sign?
well, there's one page here that, yeah, that I have to sign. And then the others, we all sign.
Yeah.
I would say the motion carries there, but yeah, there's a few places actually. But I don't know what's going here was,
I have a fact from that. This is the agreement?
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah, one's there, that's on page 6.
so I'll pass around the page.
So
for the
we'll-
governing body.
16.
So there are 4 pages for signatures.
Right,
Um,
okay, so we've taken care
Yeah.
of one, so I'll need another motion
So-
there that we accept
the
the,
motion says that you approve and authorize Carl Rocca to sign, so approving. If you all want to just,
that
I mean,
to sign the one.
yeah, we don't need to get everybody's the signatures, because the treasurer and the town clerk, so like, this page is for the chair and the treasurer, and then this page. Oh, that one's for the whole body
Yeah,
too.
this one says
other
majority
one
of the
for the-
governing body.
So let's send that around and I'll send the other one.
Well,
Good.
would we have would you like to make a friendly amendment?
Yeah,
That I sign, where I'm supposed to sign, and then we all sign.
that's a good amendment. We all sign where we're supposed to, and Carl signs that.
Can you put that, can you put that in legalese?
I mean, once you approve it, we just sign it as it dictates.
All
So
right.
you made the motion to approve.
Okay,
I think you're good.
Yeah,
But if
so-
it makes you more comfortable, it makes it confusing, I think, but
okay. We'll be in good shape.
so.
You gave me this one.
There's the copy here.
I gave Carl. that
So I
one.
started a page that needs 5 signatures. Okay,
12, page 12 is there.
yeah. There's 2.
Let's get this signing done here first. That's the treasurer.
And they're not labeled. No page numbers.
That's the clerk. It's 3 signatures there.
What are you signing?
Everything.
This
No,
one-
no, no, so these are the,
Exhibit C.
yeah, I've got a clean document here. And I'm trying to do them one at a time because pages aren't numbered.
Oh,
So
Exhibit D.
I sent you along,
We
okay.
got 2 Ds.
okay, so the one,
So this
at the
will be the
top.
real D.
yeah, so you sign that one.
So you have
And
the
then-
other C.
No, well, sign this one, let's send it along and I'll keep this moving.
All right.
That's okay.
Who's up
A little bit
first?
confusing.
No, it's a good thing that somebody mentioned it, or I'd be having y'all come back to the office tomorrow.
Right,
So,
we don't want to do that.
Well,
I don't like going to the,
I think I'm gonna have you come to the office
Don't
anyway.
waste my time.
I'll come to the office anyway.
Thank you. I believe that.
With that one.
See,
What was that one?
that's in somebody's packet. So that does need to be signed. I'm gonna have you come in the office and sign it.
Okay.
Otherwise, we'll be sitting. That's okay.
Okay, good,
So,
good, we got that taken care of.
there we go.
Okay, we're all set on that?
Yes.
Sorry about the confusion. All right, on to the next. You all set there, Corinne?
Mhm.
Village radar speed sign, review the correspondence with the state and determine our next steps. So this is what we have obtained there from AOT. Corinne has gotten, I believe, there with DLCT on this. Did you
No.
get- You didn't get with
On
them?
the radar signs?
No.
No.
Oh, okay, so I think that was, we were asked that maybe we want to get with them.
To look, what,
Any grants there or any, you know, and Michael Murdoch had mentioned that there are some grant opportunities, I guess. There's nothing through the state. My correspondence there with Joe Flynn, he basically sent us the contacts that we have to go through. And we have to fill out a form 1111. And so this may require another study. In order to put these signs up, so. So anyway, but we're still looking into it, but we are responsible for the purchase, installation and maintaining the sign. But there is a grant. We'll see if we can apply for that. And hopefully obtain it, so. So I don't think, and, the correspondence I had with Joe Flynn there, or the emails there, it's. The speed signs there, it was a very tragic event there, but. The speed signs wouldn't have changed the outcome, So anyway, I wrote back to him and I said there that I can attest to it, though, that there are a lot of people that cruise through town here. And it may be a friendly reminder to them there to slow it down, So anyway, is there any other conversation, discussion on this?
I'm glad we're pursuing this. I would like to see us get it. If you need help shepherding through,
okay,
let me know. Or getting information.
I've received a couple of brochures through the mail. Regarding this physical signs and stuff, and I can forward them to you as far as what they cost. So
Yeah, the one that you forwarded to me there was on a blinking stoplight. And I didn't want a blinking,
End up on.
no, I didn't want a blinking stoplight. But if you can try to send that to me again.
I'll hand deliver it this time.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Here we go, fire station garage project. Approve the bond amount for September 16th bond vote. So. How would we like to proceed? We had some good discussion on this. at our last meeting. I think it was kind of agreed upon there to go for a 20-year. There it is. To go with a 20-year, I guess we need to decide if we want to do level principal or level debt. And Lisa, if you don't mind there, just explaining that again.
So with level principal, you pay the same amount of principal every year. And the interest amount changes, so you never, there's not a set payment for 20 years, it changes, it actually decreases over the course. Because the interest goes down. And the level debt, you pay the same amount every 20 years. So the level debt. You pay more in interest, you see on the bottom of the spreadsheet.
Yep.
Total interest paid over the bond. It's 2.2 as opposed to 1.9.
Wow.
Did we look to see if there's an estimate of cost savings? It's kind of hard to figure out, isn't it?
If there's a what?
Estimate of cost savings from one to the other.
Yeah, it's about 300 grand in interest.
Yeah, about 300 there. So it's 195 or 1.975 if we go level principal. And 2.228. If we go level debt.
Makes more sense to go level principal. On a 20.
Well. That's what I'm thinking. You wanna,
Make a motion that we move forward, with a $4.5 million bond amount, paid on a level principal basis.
Harry makes the motion,
Second.
Joe seconds. Any further discussion? Yeah.
Well, we could determine term later. This is really just to get the vote going.
I think we already determined
Yeah.
20-year on the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll amend. I'll make a motion that we approve a maximum bond amount of $4.5 million on a 20-year note, on a level principal payment for the fire station garage project.
Second.
Joe seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
So I should add, I talked to Chad about this last week. Unlike the 1.8 million that the water board had, that's a construction loan, so they can borrow. And the way Chad explained it to me about the 4.5 was, we get, what if you know about this, we get the full 4.5, are locked into 4.5. So even if we only spend 3 million, we're locked into that 4.5.
Can we pay back what we don't use?
Well, no, because I asked about paying it off early and we went with the level principal and make the same payment every year, paying it off early. That's not an option with the bond, this type of bond.
Did you talk with, was it Ken at the bond bank
No, not again.
about,
It's our conversation with them, no.
yeah, so. It may be worth checking in again,
Yeah.
you know, it's that 4.5, if you don't use it all. Are we indebted for 4.5?
So we can
Looks
go
like we
for,
will.
right, right. We can go for the bond vote. That just says the voters say you can
Right.
borrow up to 4.
Okay,
And then when we get truer numbers,
okay,
we
yeah,
know what the cost of the project is, then we can. When we apply for the bond, the winter pool,
right,
apply for the lower amount. So, but
Okay.
it'll be a little
Okay.
I'm good with that.
But unlike the water one, it's not a
Right.
construction loan. That is a construction loan where. You know, as the gets billed, we take out the money, we get
Mhm. Right.
reimbursed.
Yeah,
Chad said this is, they're gonna put that aside for you and you're gonna get, you know, they're gonna put.
Okay.
So this is for the approval of the 4.5,
Up
up to 4.5,
From the
basically.
voters
Okay,
To allow us to,
all right.
And if the project cost looks like it's coming in $500,000 cheaper, we can actually apply for $4 million.
truly pay for it.
Okay.
Okay, I think that will be very important to explain to the voters there also.
and figures will be similar.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
just the numbers.
Actually saw Chad on Saturday.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm. at our cabin in Eden. I was passing through, played baseball with my uncle. He didn't mention anything about municipal bonds.
He did not?
I can make that up with him.
Okay,
I.
Yes.
So you had asked me the last time we spoke about the bond to confirm, what was necessary for an informational hearing. If we needed one before the vote about the project and one in relation to the election. And by statute, all that we really need is the one in relation to the election. So, I spoke with Don today and he'd like to get a frequently asked questions mailer out sooner rather than later, and we'd like to use that opportunity to advertise that would be an option, so I wanted to discuss potential dates with you all for that. If you're amenable as part of the bond discussion.
okay, what are the acceptable dates?
You get my calendar open.
Oh,
So it has to be within 30 days of,
usually in August 16th.
yes. So we originally proposed August 12th, which doesn't fall within the warning period. So to combine them, we would have to move later into August. So the proposed date is the 16th. The hearing needs to be within 30 days of the 16th. So I think that the 26th,
Of August.
well, let me check the meeting of room availability. That's a planning commission night. That doesn't work. The 28th of August. I don't know, this is typically, we have always done a hearing in anticipation of an election just the night before the election. I know Dawn had hoped to do something sooner than that to help get the word out about the bond vote. And we've had comments recently since the statutes changed, broadening the statutory requirement for a public hearing, saying people, at least one person would appreciate more distance between the vote and an informational meeting. So I'm a little fuzzy on this because typically I would just go with what we'd always done in the past. We're having an election on Tuesday, let's have an informational meeting the Monday night before. I have got a lot of different inputs coming in on this, so we can do it within the 30 days. I think I'd recommend,
But we could do a meeting there on the 27th of August and then have the vote on the 28th or vice versa.
Isn't
Well,
that Labor Day weekend?
That's
September 16th is the current anticipated date for the vote.
So if we had the meeting on August 28th, that'd be a big go.
Exactly.
And then we have the vote on the 16th.
Well,
There would just be more time between
Right,
So the informational meeting would be on the
August
15th. I can't do that.
Okay.
27th is also the first day of school for GISU. I think a lot of families are probably gonna be pretty busy, and if we're looking for a good turnout,
What's the first day?
Wednesday, the 27th.
It's the first day of school.
Yeah.
To be there.
So, and then we have Labor Day weekend,
Yeah,
and then we are,
well, you said within 30 days, right?
Mhm.
So would we do it the prior week? Like the 21st or?
I mean, and I'm just throwing this out there, if we wanted to have the informational meeting on the 15th of September
We could.
before.
Yeah.
We have the bond vote.
Yep.
It doesn't prevent Dawn from scheduling another meeting
it's true.
for the taxpayers. To the extent he believes it would be helpful to get the word out, that just wouldn't be an official meeting of the town.
Correct.
And so I don't think it would harm his proposal if we did it that way. He could just publicize and have an invite, and then, have a Q&A and let people know what's coming up, and that the official meeting for all of this is gonna be the day before the vote. And have people, be prepared with questions at that meeting, or to facilitate gathering some of those questions beforehand.
Sounds good to me.
Harry, do you know if that meeting would have to be warned?
Only if we are participating.
Okay.
So my suggestion is that the official meeting,
Mhm.
the official informational meeting is on the 15th, with the vote on the 16th, September. And that a Q&A can take place, kind of an ad hoc meeting with the subcommittee, and then they can warn it, right? Because they may need to comply with open meeting law.
Yeah, they would have to,
They would have to warn it, but it wouldn't be our statutory, it
Mhm.
wouldn't be our statutory meeting.
Okay,
I mean, how's everybody feel about that?
well, I like it.
That, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It's before the vote, there's a substantial meeting explaining,
Yeah,
and then we go again.
So that meeting can be at 7 PM. Because then we have a regularly scheduled select board meeting, the
Yeah.
15th anyway, at 5:15.
yeah.
So then at 7 o'clock, we could have the informational meeting on the bond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll make a motion that the statutory informational meeting for the bond vote is scheduled for 7 PM on September 15th, Monday.
we have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Claire seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, motion carries.
And then we'll just get in touch with Don and let him know if he wants to have another meeting beforehand that,
With the
you know,
subcommittee.
with the subcommittee, they can warn at any time towards the end of August, and they can invite questions from the community and help facilitate getting those questions compiled and back to us. They can report that, subcommittee can report back to the board.
Perfect.
sounds good. Thank you
Good.
for having that discussion with me.
All right. Public Works. Tracy Jeware, you are up.
Well, it says here you have a grant and aid agreement for approval.
Mhm.
We sure do. So this is the annual agreement for our ditching work that Tracy administers for us with the help of an RPC. So it's pretty, I don't see anything different from previous years. I mean, the amounts are dead different from year to year.
Okay, so it's a match of $2,875.
Yep, and we usually meet that with employee time.
Right. Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the grant and aid agreement as submitted. Second.
Joe seconds. Harry makes the motion, Joe seconds. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries.
This one only needs Carl's signature, so I'll save it for him tomorrow.
Okay,
That works for you all.
all right. Anything else from Public Works?
Well, just to fill you in on the 25 grant, anticipate doing some work on North End Road West that leads to the lake down by Ileana Bay.
Yeah.
Side road, which is still south end, excuse me, North End Road West. And clear that ditch and mine it, that leads right down to the lake. Catkins and stuff.
Yeah.
And there is a cross culvert there that's galvanized, that's pretty bad shape, so dig that out. So I'm just gonna get the budget together. Rent sheet. And we're ditching, like a ditch from. The Hutchins property, basically all the way down, side of that road. Anticipating both sides of the road.
Both north and south.
Correct.
Okay. Right.
Within the budget that we had for the grant, see what's. More detailed about what we can actually physically do.
Okay.
Participation. Today we did some test kits for the fire station. We met with Oh, by the name Jared, I'm not 100% sure what company's with, Rex and Lansing.
Right. Yeah,
Capital companies.
yeah, I don't know.
So,
Well, I mean, Krebs and Lansing are the engineers. I'm not sure if they utilized a different company there for the test pit, so.
fire station type of stuff, that's gotta move forward. Test pits to me look favorable, we got down 6 feet with no ledge from the rock.
Okay.
Yeah, blasting involved from so far, what we can. We had a visit the other day. Very, most of you've heard. So that forced us to clean up the town garage and get rid of a lot of chemicals that were hanging around and not necessary, and I want to commend Lisa and Corinne for the tremendous job they've done of putting stuff together in retrospect of hopefully waiving any fines that we may receive from.
I would like to commend the town employees there for really doing a bang up job on this, and getting this done. Very efficiently, effectively, and I want to just thank you all.
We did receive the no overnight parking signs just like a couple of days ago, so I anticipate putting those up tomorrow.
Yeah, we had a couple out there this weekend. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they had all weekend, so,
We'll get those posted tomorrow.
okay.
Also, a couple of the driveways in town that I have to check into, we get problem permitting for approval. So I have to investigate that.
Okay. All right. Should be able to pull that up.
Yes.
They should have a permit number on them.
Yeah.
So,
I talked to Kevin today, Kevin Knapp, about the water company. He said there's a proposed road at the new water tower. He was asking if I had seen any paperwork put through on that, which as of yet. So that's gonna get the town approval. That the road, so forth.
okay,
That's about where you stand.
all right. Well, thank you, Tracy. All right, moving on, cap landfill, update on monitoring requirements and custodial care application. Corinne, would you like to?
The state of Vermont reached out to me to ask if the select board wanted to finalize their custodial care application. We started a custodial care application in 2020. Because our landfill qualified for it. So up until now, it's been in a monitoring status, which means there are dug wells and we have to pay for annual tests that are about $1,000, at least they were. It appears that when we filed for this and then ran into the snafu of a boundary line issue, they were to kind of give us an unofficial extension for finalizing and signing the agreement. And then there were a series of staff changes. And the state kind of forgot this was happening.
And so did we.
Yeah, and so typically you would not get 5 years and still be allowed to close out on a pending application, but they're willing. He wouldn't give me hard deadlines because I wasn't quite sure how we'd want to proceed. You know, it's been 5 years. There are new property owners. We have a lot of other projects going on. And there have been changes in what requirements are for monitoring. So they even mentioned, you know, continuing monitoring for a while might still be a viable, long-term and expensive option for you, especially if you're having issues getting the subdivision through. A subdivision is not a typical part of a application like this, but because our property encompasses a cemetery and the final agreement says you have to notify the state and get permission every time you want to do digging. They just want to make sure you're not going to ding the capped landfill, but it doesn't make sense in our situation because they're so far apart. So we wanted to do an official subdivision, make it really clear, have the custodial care application apply only to the landfill portion of the property. But
Well, let's say we have the landfill, we have the transfer station, and we have the cemetery. So we'd be looking at those three lots.
I did not look that up.
Well, if memory serves me correct there, that's how this kind of got spurred on.
I think you're right, Carl.
I know Carl, Harry, you had been the one coordinating, communicating with the property owners and our lawyer. And I believe Carl, you were the one coordinating the survey and getting the
And
land properly divided.
we came up with something here, which Michael Tarrant, I believe he's quite well aware of what's going on.
I mean, Tara is out of the country and won't be back till the first week of August. I didn't even bother to reach out. I think at this, I reached out to VHB and who is the engineering firm we've been using to or in the past that we used for monitoring. And then they were the one who coordinated the custodial care application and did the survey for the subdivision. I thought a good first place to start would be, well, what are the options? You know, the state said we have two options, finish the custodial care application and or start it. Again, they were a little vague with me on where they might fall on that. Or continuing, well, we don't have any choice. We have, they sent me a copy of our current plan. We've been getting away without monitoring because we were in this weird quasi land and staff turnovers, but they were like, you should have been monitoring all 5 years because your custodial care application was never finalized. So they're like, you need to start.
I think we decided there to go to custodial care because did not require all the monitoring.
But we never finalized it.
Well, then I say there that you gotta move on there and getting this all finalized there with a
Boundary line agreement.
boundary line agreement. And
The reason the subdivision is stalled is because the southernmost boundary of the lot is ill-defined. And there are multiple points where shared boundary between private landowners and the municipal owned property are unknown. And so before we move along with a subdivision, we need to be sure that the boundary line agreement is reached about the ill-defined boundary. So that we don't go through the process of a subdivision and then have a private dispute on our hands regarding the terminus of the southerly portion of the lot.
correct.
And Carl and I have made efforts to bring that project to a conclusion. We have not received the response we're looking for yet.
And I believe there was one particular property owner.
No, this is a different issue,
Okay.
but Carl and I can make new efforts in the beginning of August when Michael's returned.
Okay. So do you want, I mean,
I don't wanna spend any money on,
yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I'm just saying, I don't wanna go back to monitoring there. I mean, if this is something there that the state has dropped the ball there and we were never kept apprised of the situation, then where does the blame really lie?
Okay, so I'll contact VHB and tell them, no, we don't actually want quotes. We just want to move forward with the custodial care and we'll hope that the state will keep our current application
Correct.
open.
Yep,
Yep.
and then we will make all efforts to accelerate the conclusion of the boundary line agreement plan. That all could need at this point is to be circulated around for signature. And if we can get that done and then move forward with the subdivision, then I think the custodial care application can be approved.
So it would be fair. I mean, my mind, that's a 3-month process,
In my mind,
coordinating with.
in
the
my mind,
property
it should have been
owners
done 3 years ago, but,
Mhm.
To just,
I
Give
think,
this-
I think if the state or VHB is looking for an estimated timeline, then what we need to do is put them in touch with the town attorney.
I'm thinking DRB. So I'm sure that you and Terrence have already gone around the horn on this like 10 times that you can get this moving
We don't
But
need a
then-
DRB decision for a boundary line agreement.
for the subdivision. Because we get the boundary line agreement, then we go to the DRB, because we've already got the survey and we get the official subdivision. And then we
Does
can
the
show the
town
state.
need to get permission from the DRB to subdivide its own real estate? I
That's a
believe
good
the answer is
question.
No,
The answer is
So-
no.
Okay, so,
we don't, because
so we'll want to talk with Mike about
natural
documenting that.
appellate process from DRB is, we're part of the natural appellate process. So if we don't like it, we can appeal it to ourselves and approve it. It's a circular
So that,
discussion.
that totally makes sense and I'm fine with that. I just wanted to make sure that, so. could
I've
we-
talked about this with Mike Tarrant
Okay,
ad nauseum.
okay, so he,
I
So if we
need,
tell the state- okay.
what we need to do is we need to exert pressure to get it done.
Okay.
This is a plan that works, it's airtight. In my opinion, having discussed this with him, I do not represent the town of North Hero. This is not legal advice. I'm not, I can't do that as a board member. But I believe that we have an effective plan. And if we can get some documents for signature, I believe the landowners will agree, because in my recollection is that the town is willing to take the position that is most favorable to the private owners
Yeah.
there. And so it would be the best possible outcome they could achieve if it was adversarial. So if we can get them to sign it, and then we can get the subdivision done. My hope is that it is not a 3-month process, but we won't be able to get
and I,
information until the beginning of August.
okay, I just need to know what to tell the different parties.
Tell the
So-
different parties that we got a great plan,
Okay,
and they need to give us some time. And if
Okay.
they ask exactly how much, you can be as vague as they were. And ask them if they have some hard deadlines that they want us to try and make work. And we'll let them know if we think it's feasible.
Okay.
I think that's probably the approach I would take.
I like it. Any other discussion on that? Okay, on to the next. Treasurer Lisa, tax bill update and audit update.
I'm sure you're aware the tax bills were mailed last week.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Mine was hand delivered.
Oh, jeez.
And the audit was done last week and pretty much complete. I've got the adjusted entries already and he's waiting on the July bank statement and the foundation, Vermont Community Foundation statement. Doesn't count a couple months, but other than that, he needs.
In the brief visit I did have with Chad over the weekend, he did express how excellent the job was done. Thank you, Lisa.
Yes,
Yeah. And I said, we are very lucky to have Lee Sinker in the office, and he said, yes, you are.
Okay. All right, I think we've kind of discussed this here, but let's go over it again. VOSHA. Random inspection discussion. So we have hazard communication plan, okay, so. This stuff there, and I'm sure that you all read your email here from Glenn today. The hazard communication plan for 2025, hazard communication plan action item list, garage chemical inventory, all chemical inventory. And the PPE assessment 2025 and PPP assessment implementation. This has all been taken care of. And I commend you all again for a job done very, very quickly. Considering for a surprise visit, I mean, and this was taken care of ASAP, and I commend you all for doing so.
Thank you.
very good.
Any other discussion on that? Hearing none. Moving on. Procurement policy, water board draft review and record management policy updates. Doreen?
So the procurement policy was submitted to the water board and they have decided to, at my recommendation, take a deeper dive into some of the parameters in the procurement policy. There were, very substantial changes. And they are the board in town that needs to use the procurement policy the most. And so I had a full page of questions for them that, they were not prepared to answer, rightfully so. They got this like 2 days before their meeting. So they have tasked Larry Dupont to meet with myself and Lisa and kind of run through those questions. And then I will bring it to you all. I know we're trying to get all this stuff in place as close as possible to when construction starts for this project that's getting federal funds in anticipation of our eventual single audit. But this policy is one that's used enough in town and represents more changes than expected. And the reason we've waited so long is because we were waiting for VLCT's template and it came the Monday before last. So we're moving as quickly as we can on this, but I don't think we should rush some of these decisions that it's prompting us to make. So water board's gonna review it. They're gonna give their recommendations. I'm hoping to have a more final draft to bring you. I didn't want to play a ping pong game of bringing you the current draft and then having them make changes, and they might contradict the changes that you suggested. And then, so I just want to get all of their input on it and then bring it to you. Did I include it in the packet? Do you guys want to see it? Do you want to just, okay,
I mean, I'm trying to wait until
yeah,
we've got
Mhm.
feedback.
Send us all an email.
you would like to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the records management policy update, that was slated to be before you today because this is a policy already on the books and I'm merely updating it to include federal statutes for maintaining grant documentation. I had hoped that we could just approve it one and done, but based on last week's activities, it's not ready. I just didn't want it to fall off the agenda and get forgotten.
Okay,
So, depending on how these other projects we're starting up go, I may have that for you next week or next time.
okay,
So,
all right. Super. On to Labor Day. Cancel or reschedule the September 1st meeting. I am in favor of canceling.
I'll second that motion.
Oh, you want- I like my motion, man. Okay, all right, I made the motion to cancel the September 1st meeting. Harry seconds it. All those in favor say aye. Well, let me ask for any discussion. Is anybody opposed to that?
Not opposed to that, but if something comes up that we have. to
Yes,
meet,
we've always been very,
Call a special meeting.
yes, so, all right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, those opposed, motion carries. Liquor licenses. Harry, you wanna do the,
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we suspend the select board meeting and enter liquor control. It's approximately 6:04 PM.
do I have a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're now in liquor control. We have two licenses here. These are special event licenses, Black Flannel Brewing, special event at Shore Acres, and Kramer and Kin, special event at Green Terra.
We'll make a motion that we approve Black Flannel Brewing Company's application for a special event. Take place
At Shore
at Shore Acres
Acres from.
on July 25th from 1 to 7 PM.
7 PM. Do I have a second?
Second.
Tim seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
I'll make an application to approve the Kramer and Kin LLC application for a special event to take place at Green Tara Space on August 3rd from
3 to 7.
3 to 7 PM.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Joe seconds. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Hi.
Aye. All right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn liquor control at 6:05 and resume our select board meeting.
Second.
Joe seconds. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, we're back into select board. We have correspondence here from Georgia, Vermont, the notice of the hearing for proposed development regulations, which gets passed around to neighboring towns. Any discussion on that? Hearing none. We have a T-Mobile petition Springer Law cover letter. It appears there that they have an application to the Vermont Public Utility Commission to add equipment to the tower, which is located at 1497 US Route 2.
We have the original documents. Anybody would like to wade through the 75 pages?
Any discussion on that?
I just wanna know if I'll stop dropping calls in the islands.
Who knows? All right. Next,
So it just says that, yeah,
yes, go ahead.
well, just on this proposed summary, you're gonna send this to the ZA?
I can.
The select board has been formally served. No formal notice, no formal approval is required, but acknowledgement of receipt may be documented in meeting minutes, which we've done. It says consider sending plans to the zoning administrator for review.
They're going on to a tower that's already there.
Okay.
But I was reading through this, trying to think of, well, because I knew that would be your question, what do we need to do?
Yeah.
And so,
As long as it's reflected in the minutes.
I think we're good. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion on that part? It is now 6:07, well, let's call it 6:08 PM. We are, all those in favor of adjourning, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? We are formally adjourned. Thank you all very much. Leave or end. Oh, you can end it. Can you end it, Lisa?
I've already left.
Oh, you left.
she's like, ready to go.
Well, exactly.
Very nice. Everybody.